So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to walk through some of the key components in your furnace. Patrick Summers, President and CEO of General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. We are in the beginning of winter. We have a long time to go. A lot of cold weather out there across the country. Just got dumped on with a bunch of snow in different parts of the country. Very cold temperatures. Most parts of the country, the furnace is being used. Now, the furnace we're going to be talking about is a gas furnace. Now, that could be natural gas or propane. So today we're going to talk about a gas furnace, otherwise known as an FAU for short, which is forced air unit. Now, something that is really important to notice, the one we're talking about today, the one we're working on today is a Lennox. Now, this is an 80%er. What does an 80%er mean? An 80%er means it's the efficiency. It's the percent of gas you're going to put into the heat you get out in the most simplest layman terms. So I like to tell people, if for every dollar of gas you put in, you're going to get 80 cents of heat out, and 20 cents is going to go up your flue pipe and be wasted. Now you can get into higher efficiency systems, which are very popular, especially in colder climates. And they basically, you can have 97, 98% efficiency, where for every dollar you put in, 97% is going to come out, or 97 cents is going to come out in heat, 3 cents is going to go out the flue. And there's different ways that that's achieved and accomplished. We're not going to go in today. We're just going to focus on this. A lot of the components here are similar and the same. So with this, the first thing I want to cover is you have to know this. So if you call somebody out to fix your system and you have this information, it can really help them if they've never been to your home before and don't have your equipment on record. Now, it's not important. If you don't have it, they'll get it, they'll log it. But this is good for you to have just so you know what's in your home. It's kind of like knowing what you have, what you're driving, the make, model, VIN number, things of that nature. Same thing applies to your furnace. Now, first thing you need to know is these fault codes. Many pieces of equipment nowadays, outdoor units, indoor units, have these fault codes. They can really help you kind of determine or point you in the direction of what's wrong with your system. Now, a good technician is going to use these fault codes, just like a good mechanic is going to use a diagnostic tool to plug into your computer on your car and get the fault codes there. It eliminates a lot of the time it would take to troubleshoot, all right? Troubleshoot is still required afterwards, but this points you in the right direction. So what I want to show you on here are diagnostic code status of furnace, okay? So these are all different codes. So let's say E112 is ground not detected, okay? E113 high line voltage. These are all going to give you an idea of what's going on. If you get an E206 gas valve second stage relay failure, that's really helpful to a technician troubleshooting your system. Now, something I want to share with you about these systems. Let's say your system is trying to restart. There's an issue and it's trying to restart. After so many attempts to restart, it's just going to shut down. It's going to lock out. And you'll know if that's the case when you come down here. They have these E270, E271, and so on, soft lockout. Exceeded maximum number of retries, no flame current sensed. Critical if you're a technician to really help you be efficient in fixing the system. The other one, soft lockout, exceeded maximum number of retries. Last retry failed due to pressure switch opening. That tells me a lot, tells me exactly where I need to go and where I need to start my further diagnostics. So this is really powerful, and it's just something you should know exists. If you are a do-it-yourselfer and you're comfortable working on this equipment, that's up to you. I always say, bring a licensed contractor out. My pool, yeah, I can fix pool pumps and things like that, but I'm going to bring out the licensed contractor to do it. Right? However, knowledge is power. And in this case, the more knowledge you have, the better you can communicate with your technician, the better you can understand what's going on. And the more knowledge you have, the better you can make decisions. All right. So over here is going to be a data plate that's going to tell you the Lennox, Dallas, Texas. That's where they're headquartered. Here's your model number. This is an SL280. And there's a bunch of information in this model number. Here's your serial number, which is unique to this unit. What I can tell you in Lennox and in many manufactured units from other manufacturers, the first two numbers, 59, you go to the next set. Number 3 and 4 is the year of manufacture. So in this case, it's 15. This system was manufactured in 2015. So here we are, 2026. It's 11 years old. All right.